These 8 subconscious beliefs get so many women attracted to you. Hi, everyone. I'm Apollonia Ponti. I'm your dating, relationship, and life coach, and I help men really master their attraction skills and get the results that they want overall with women and their life. And in this video, we are going to talk about the subconscious beliefs that women, including myself, are the reason why we are so attracted to men. And I want you to be able to have these subconscious beliefs within yourself so you can be a magnet to women. So let's get started. All right. So subconscious belief number 1 is I am respected. Here's the thing is respect comes to people who have value within themselves to know that they are respected. Meaning I respect myself, so I will only allow and tolerate people to respect me. And on the other frame, I will also respect others. So naturally, you show others how to treat you when you believe you are respected. And because you believe in respecting yourself, this comes off naturally within women, but also within yourself. So when someone respects themselves, they also are clear on what they dislike, what they want, and what they don't want, maybe even what their boundaries are as well. And this is where that the question comes in is, Apollonia, how do I be assertive sometimes with women? How do I actually come across without being, an a-hole, but still be assertive in a way where I can maintain my frame of attraction? Guys, this is part of it and all the subconscious beliefs that I'm going to be talking about today as well. So let's go into subconscious belief number 2. Ooh, this one is a good one. I own my story. Guys, I talk about this significantly when it comes to vulnerability, right? When we hear that word vulnerability, and I have a whole video about this, which I'll put up here on the card so you can watch this next, which is going to be really important. We kind of cringe because vulnerability has been taught to men that it is actually showed as less value and you're unworthy and you're a simp, let's just say some people will call you, right? If you're vulnerable. But it's about understanding your story. When a man owns his story, he passes any woman's character test, basically. What we can call the shit test, right? When a man owns his story and he stands firm in who he is, he can pass any character test, aka shit test. And here's the thing, it's because he looks at his story and himself as a positive way. When we don't look at ourselves in a positive way, then we have lack mentality within us. And so we say, if we have issues or if we have things that we have gone through in the past that we are not really abundant about in our life now, or we look at as lack right now, guess what? It's going to come off in your energy and your behavior when you're attracting women, people, jobs, everything. It's a magnet. And so what's really important for you to understand within this is owning your story. Listen, guys, I want you to stop right 1 second. Pay one quick attention to me if you haven't been for some reason in this video right now, but I want you to remember this. Everybody has a story. Everybody has been through things in life. It doesn't make you greater and it doesn't make you better. But those stories that we have been through in life make us and frame us for the human that we're becoming or that we are today. And so I want you to make sure that you own your story with how much you've overcome a lot by yourself, possibly, and with the support. But you also know that you will not be defeated if you want a woman to rise up with you together, right? So here's the thing is a lot of men say, oh, but Apollonia, I'm divorced, or Apollonia, I've gone through this, or Apollonia, or don't even know yet what their story is, for example. And then they're just in this state of lack because they're just sulking in a victim mentality where sometimes we have to turn the lens. And sometimes it's really hard to turn the lens if we've also been in such control of this and are comfortable here in our lives. And this is why coaching is so, so important, guys. I would really encourage you 2 things before we go into subconscious belief number 3 that attract women is if this speaks to you in owning your story, I have so many trained coaches, myself, Natalie, and Cynthia, that can help you one-on-one with this as well. I'm going to put the link below in the description box if you want to set up some private coaching, if this is something that's speaking to you. Also, too, we have membership programs. If you can't afford coaching with us, we have an ongoing monthly membership subscription where you can have group coaching with so many brotherhoods that are forming in this membership. It's incredible. I'll put that below in the links. Now let's go into subconscious belief number 3 is I have no need to control. Ooh, this is a good one. All right. So, you know how this crazy thing called approval seeking behavior, right? So we've been actually somewhat taught wrong about approval seeking behavior. It's like if you get a girl to go on a date with you and you say this one word, then she's going to want to sleep with you. Or if you continue to push for escalation with this woman, or if you break the touch barrier and keep on touching her, she's going to be attracted to you. No, this is all false information, number one. And number two about this is approval seeking behavior anyways. And then it gives you in the need to control situations. You have to understand the moment that we walk out on the streets or outside of our house, we have a stop sign, we have rules everywhere around us. We have no control within our lives because life is really about understanding the present moment and not trying to control people or things outside of what we can't control within ourselves, what we can control, right? And so what happens here is a lot of men that I've coached and I've talked to subconsciously want an outcome, obviously, or consciously want an outcome with a woman that they stop and they don't think for a moment that, oh, wow, I'm really trying to control this situation. I'm trying to control it so much that it's showing her that I have such a need for her because she's my end goal. And if I don't get my end goal, then I'm not going to be happy. So our approval seeking behavior comes from the need to control. And we think, oh, if I control, then I'm in control, which actually does opposite. So I have no need to control. If this is a belief within you, like if this girl doesn't show up and she doesn't do and meet me where mutual effort, then guess what? There will be one that does. This is where you are respected comes in as well. Next one is I am safe. Oh, this is huge for women in general. And I talk about this a lot in my programs. You know, guys, I will be honest, and I love to talk about this because I've seen it so much is our programs are no joke. Like my coaches spend hours and myself hours reviewing work, changing things, everything, because we add to it. It's just so much. And in our programs, I talk about the need for safety with women and the need for safety with men. And it's not something that's openly talked about enough. And this is why I've created this amazing community of men that are actually getting so much results. And I am safe. You know how to respect yourself means. You know how to respect yourself. You're in a safe place with yourself and you respect women. And naturally, you're going to respect women or a woman if you respect yourself, right? Because a lot of times, and I've talked about this openly, is women, there's 9 out of 10 women, or mostly probably 10 out of 10 at this point, have found themselves in situations where they didn't feel safe, right? And so as women, we are always trained to make sure that our surroundings, watch around us, when we're walking outside, who is behind us. It's just everything within us. So you won't force her to do things with you and things that she doesn't want you to do. And also your worth is not valued on her opinion in this matter, right? So meaning like at the end of the day, when a man does not make a woman feel safe, basically, it's because his worth stems from an approval-seeking behavior of her acceptance. And it stems from these beliefs. It stems from emotions, it stems from thoughts, and it also sometimes it stems from not being educated appropriately and not taking into effect with that. And also too, the next subconscious belief is a huge one. And this is a huge limiting belief. I've been here, so many people have been here, and so many people can relate, is believing that you're enough. So I am enough. Another subconscious belief is knowing that you are enough. Here's the thing, is not so many times I will be in a session and a man will tell me, oh my gosh, Apollonia, this woman is so beautiful. I've never got a woman like this attracted to me. Well, then guess what? Instead of thinking that you can't ever attract a woman that is this beautiful and settling if she treats you disrespectfully and is probably not aligned with your goals and your life outcome and the future that you want for yourself, then guess what? Look at this as, wow, this means that this is a potential woman that I can continue to get, right? Looks wise, basically. So many times we get so caught up in, oh, I have to make this work because we get fixated on the visual. And if we get fixated on the visual, we're telling ourselves that we're not worthy of this when we really are. So I am enough means that you know your internal value, you know your worth, and you don't look at the illusions of I'm better than someone else. Example, me in this chair. Okay, great. I had to go through a lot of these things as well to challenge myself to get better. I know for sure that there's many people out there that can coach in an area that they love and are passionate about because they have gone through similar situations in their life. Also, too, the next subconscious belief is I love myself. Ooh, this one's not talked a lot about in the men community, but it's talked a lot about in the women community, right? Because we has this like feminine essence around it. But here's the thing, guys, loving yourself also comes from a feminine culture and a masculine culture. It does not matter. So, a subconscious belief for a man that he needs to inherit is that you love yourself. Why? Because you have standards for the women you date when you do. So, it means that you won't settle. Like I said, you know your values, you know your standards, and you know your boundaries. Remember this: values are your engine to your vehicle, boundaries are your GPS, right? And standards are your headlights. You have to think about it like this. So, your standards are going to be on the lookout for anything so it doesn't mess up your engine. And boundaries are when you're starting to let someone in and you're noticing that they're trying to mess up your engine, you're going to tell them which way they can navigate. Basically, are they going to go right or are they going to go left? Because either you choose which direction you're going to go. And if it's the direction that I'm in, then great. And if it's not, then guess what? We know our value is not met here. And this is where boundaries are so strong. So I hope this helps you understand what the differences between the three are. And so when you love yourself, this gives attraction to a woman because you are a man of character, you are a man of value, and you lead naturally with integrity. So she can naturally then follow into her feminine with you, which is significantly important because this comes in seduction and attraction, guys. I talk a lot about this in a lot of my programs, and one of them is I want you to check out a video. It's called my Alpha Magnet video. I'm going to put it below. You can watch it next or whatever you would like. It's going to be the free video below in the description box, and I'll probably put it up here in the cards. Let's get into the next subconscious belief as well. The next one is I pursue my goals and ambitions. Okay. How many of you, put it in the comments, I want to know, how many of you have probably let go of your goals or your ambitions because you were falling in love or you were on this dopamine high in a relationship that was new and you're getting attention and maybe the sex life was amazing and everything else, right? Me too. We're all at fault for it, guys. We've been there, right? We have similarities, all of us in life, but women love a man on a purpose just as much as you love a woman that isn't so easy for you to grasp and get, right? As humans, psychologically, we want to work for something as humans. If we don't work, we don't appreciate the value, plain and simple, right? Example, a house that we've always wanted. And finally, we worked so hard for in our life where we can afford it. And we put on all that hard work. It gave us all that determination, all that motivation. And finally, we got that house. And we're like, wow, I can't believe I did this on my own. And you're so grateful for it in that moment, right? This is the natural human psychology. This is how we get more attracted and elated and invested in something or someone. It's not women, it's both men and women, guys. And so what I want you to do is understand that when a woman is attracted to a man that has a goals and ambitions, doesn't mean that he puts her on the side all the time. No, but he has a greater, in the beginning, in the assessment process of dating is what I'm talking about. He has a greater purpose beyond just women all the time. There's so many men that are out there just dating women, but they don't have a sense of purpose beyond just women or a woman. So what is that if it's you? This is super important because this is lasting attraction as well if you were to get into a relationship. And it doesn't mean that you have to pursue the biggest goals or anything like that. It means that you just have to follow your ambitions and do things that you like, do things that you love, and do things that bring you happiness into your life. And then last thing and we've been talking about it all the way till this end of this video, is a last subconscious belief is I have standards. Oh, this is huge. This is so huge, guys. Like, have yet to find someone talking about this, but I really encourage men to have standards for the women they date. Here's why. In our society, including me, because I'm a woman, since I've been raised, and so many women can probably say the same thing for themselves. So many of my friends and women I've interviewed have. Listen to this. When we are raised as women, we are taught to have standards for the men that we date, at least to listen about being safe. Make sure you pick a good man. You make sure you treat make a man that's going to treat you right. Make sure you find a man that's not going to cheat on you. Make sure you find a man that doesn't physically, mentally, verbally abuse you. So make sure you find a man that makes you feel safe. Make sure you find a man that loves your mother and father and loves you. Make sure you find a man that's going to be a good father, right? We have all these things as women, as we're growing up, that are naturally in our minds because our parents or people or life and around us are telling women this, right? But how many times are we telling men to have standards for the women they date? Pick good women. Pick women with value. Pick women with integrity. Pick women with a sense of independence. Pick women that are also going to bring something to the table in a relationship as well with you, right? And whatever that table is, let's see if we can eat together, right? There's not a lot of people teaching men this. And that's why when I find a man, and that was one of the biggest things with my husband, is he had standards for the women he dated. I knew when I was dating him, he wouldn't just date me just because I was a pretty face. No, he was past that time. He was like, let me find out what this woman is all about before I even put all my cookies in the cookie jar, all my eggs in one basket, right? And so this shows women. And how do we show people that we have standards? One of the biggest things I always say, and I should probably mark it on a t-shirt or make some branding about this and tell me if you would like to for me to do that in the comments, but pacing is the root of attraction, guys. Pacing is the root of attraction. Why? Because this gives you the time to figure out who someone is, how they show up, and how they deal with different situations, right? So if you want to get better at not only inheriting these subconscious beliefs, I want you to watch this free video right below here. It's my Alpha Magnet video, completely free. You can't find it anywhere else. Click the link below as well. And if you want to take advantage right now and actually get good and get results, not only with women in your life, and also have the opportunity to work with all my coaches every month, I mean, come on, that's pretty insane. For a really low price, I would really encourage you to check out my membership as well. You have 5 exclusive programs in there for completely free. You get discount private one-on-one coaching, and on top of that, you have a brotherhood of other men in there. It's just insane. I love our membership community. I'm going to put it below so you can check it out. And trust me, you'll find the value in it. I don't even really need to talk about it because it is just so great. Anyways, guys, I love that you're here with me. I love that you watch my videos. Thank you so much. I just wish, and I only hope, that you find what you're looking for when you come to my channel. And guys, as always, I have something for you to watch next right over here. This is a special video that I created for you if this is something that you like and you want to get better at these beliefs. Also, too, don't forget to download my free 7 common mistake ebook that men make when attracting women down here. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.